and welcome to SAP Sapphire Converge. Today, we'll be talking about Hilti's journey to the intelligent enterprise in partnership with SAP Max Attention, one of SAP's flagship premium engagements. My name is Srividya Shekharan, and I'm a global lead with SAP Premium Engagements. Joining me today from Hilti are Dr. Martin Petri, CIO and Head of Business Excellence at Hilti, Raj Aranganathan, Head of Corporate IT at Hilti. Joining us today is also Derek Pryor, former research analyst at Gartner and someone who's advised thousands of large SAP clients globally. Derek, Raj, and Martin, welcome. Let's start with you, Martin. Could you please share with us the journey of Hilti towards an intelligent enterprise underpinned by SAP technology and solutions?
Thank you, Sri, and for the nice introduction. One of the characteristics of our business is that we run a very high transaction volume. So about 50,000 customer transactions we run every day, in addition to 250,000 customer interactions that we run every day. For that, and we run that actually with a 24-hour delivery promise to our customer. For that, we need a reliable and scalable system environment supporting these type of operations, and therefore we choose S/4HANA and run that very successfully. The journey started already in the year 2000, at that time obviously not with S/4HANA, but with the R3 system at the time, and we introduced within 5 years that system to 50 sales organizations and our 8 plants worldwide. And we use that basis actually as a basis for optimizing our operational business, and the last 5 years increasingly also as a launchpad for our digital transformation.
Thanks, Martin, for sharing the details on this incredible journey and for being one of our early and successful adopters of SAP S/4HANA. So it looks like SAP and Hilti have had a very successful collaboration and an exemplary partnership. How do you see SAP Max Attention play a role in this partnership?
Yeah, as I explained, obviously reliability, scalability, and performance that are key for us here when it comes to the ERP solution. And we enjoyed actually a very good support from the very beginning of our project. And as soon as SAP launched SAP Max Attention, we actually bought into that concept, in particular also because it goes beyond just fixing a problem when it occurs, but it is helping us to prevent problems proactively. So I very much like these services that come with Max Attention that help you to understand your system and also address topics before they actually become problems. And that was helping us a great deal throughout our journey.
Thanks, Martin, for your kind words of appreciation. I'm sure our team of technical quality managers, or our TQMs, and our extended team of SAP service consultants will be very pleased to hear your feedback from Max Attention. All right, moving on to you, Raj. So we heard about Hilti being an early and successful adopter of SAP HANA. So how is Hilti, while continuously innovating, also then keeping to standard to ensure that you have smooth and quick upgrade cycles?
When we started this journey in 2017 to move to S/4HANA, we quickly figured out that the SAP would be the right partner to also engage in this journey to the fullest. We started doing that with the design thinking workshop, and we figured out that they can exactly help us to figure what are the places that we can work on. We also managed to bring the top SAP consultants on board, and that also helped us to understand the technical needs and also the upgrade needs that we need to keep in mind in order to keep this going. We jointly drafted the project and also the resource plan so that we can work on the demand of what we need to adapt from the business point of view, as well as from the SAP, that how we can get this closely working together. Overall, we managed a proper cutover, end-to-end cutover, and that helped us also to keep the demand and as well as to go to the standard in the right manner.
Thanks, Raj. That's excellent. So now, with this model of continuous adoption of innovation, I understand Hilti has a hybrid landscape consisting of both on-premise and cloud solutions, which is then built on an architecture framework and an integrated support model. So what are some of the considerations and best practices that you have at Hilti to run such an integrated hybrid landscape, and how does Max Attention help you execute this?
Hilti and SAP have some kind of same similar architectural framework. We have this core systems as well as the flexible boundary systems. With the core system, we run the single instance. The whole system is running on the core where we take care of all the ERP processes, whereas we also take certain functions away from that and take it to the core functionalities. Whereas I can give examples like SAC, Credit Cloud Integration, the new IRPA, where the robotic process automation, these are the stuffs which was running in the cloud platform. At the same time, we also had some innovations coming in the core, where, like example, the e-invoicing, the embedded analytics, and so on. So we were able to balance this in a right way with the help of Max Attention to identify where which can go and so on.
So what then is the next chapter in Hilti's journey to the intelligent enterprise, and how do you see SAP Max Attention evolve to support you in this journey?
Now that we are in the S/4HANA system, we want to use the best of the innovation. And that is the place where we now look for SAP to figure out where are the places from the process mining point of view where Hilti can benefit. So for us to understand the places where there are standard functionalities which is better than the one which we have built, so that we can start slowly moving from there. So how we are doing it, we want to capture the business models, co-engineer in case if there are some new opportunities, leverage some SAP opportunities, some innovations and so on, and accelerate that in doing some fast prototyping. The fast prototyping clearly means that definitely we are talking about 80-20. Let's go for the basic stuff which is already there and then add functionalities when it is needed.
Thanks, Raj, and thanks, Martin. And we at SAP continuously look forward to partnering with you in your journey to the intelligent enterprise and also evolving our services and support to help you succeed in this journey. Talking about partnerships, let's also bring into this discussion a trusted advisor for many clients across the world, Derek Fryer. Derek, welcome. So let's start with understanding from you, Derek, more about your work with SAP customers, as well as your involvement with the SAP Max Attention program.
Thank you, Sri. And first of all, I should just add that, well, I've actually been involved with SAP, you won't believe it, Sri, since the 90s when R3 was very first introduced. I was with Hewlett-Packard. After that, I spent 20 years as a research analyst talking to SAP customers all around the world about SAP. And that included ERP strategy. It included S/4HANA, solution manager, getting business value. It's always been, though, for me as an analyst, something which I'm most passionate about, because we know that SAP can deliver real business value. And on top of that, Max Attention's always figured prominently in my discussions with many large SAP customers themselves. Finally, earlier this year, I had the privilege to talk to some of SAP's great reference customers for the latest version of Max Attention, where we looked at digital transformation, implementing S4 and getting business value out of S4. And so we published a report, and that's called Exploiting SAP Max Attention to Maximize Your Customer Success. So, Sri, lots of useful tips there.
Excellent. Thanks, Derek. So, having spoken to so many customers, what sort of customers and customer scenarios can benefit from SAP Max Attention? And what would be some of the big wins coming out of a Max Attention engagement for our customers?
Great questions, Creed. These are the most important questions, let's face it. And my research shows that there are many use cases. I can run through some of them for you, especially if your board has what I would call high-risk project. This simply has to work. Or one indeed critical for your ERP strategy. The use cases are many, and there are those which relate, let me call them, to the back office application, systems of record, as Gartner would call them. So here, so many examples. A complex upgrade, a landscape transformation, possibly following mergers and acquisition. Many customers in a hybrid cloud world are also worried about, how do I manage my business downtime? I have to minimize that. But that's back office examples, and many large ones. But more excitingly, what about systems of differentiation where we can really generate a competitive advantage? Well, I've spoken to customers that have done custom developments, and indeed digital transformations are becoming much more important. And many examples of those laid out in my report. So in all cases, what I've found quite simply is Max Attention will help you as the customer. It will help you get the project right. And let's face it, we need to get the project right first time. Last point, we do live in the real world. We all know that, where things not only can go wrong, Sri, we know they will go wrong. So we do have to expect the unexpected. And I really believe that Max Attention and the top SAP experts from SAP will help you, the customer, to deal with all of this. Now, you talked about some of the big wins, and I mentioned earlier, business value is what really excites me, because I know the board and the CEO, they care about this. So what I found in my research actually is rather interesting. Well, guess what, Sri? There are special service offerings in Max Attention which can help the customer to realize all of that important business value. That's a big win, Sri.
Thanks, Derek. Thanks for sharing these excellent insights and also highlighting the importance of business value that gets derived out of an engagement like Max Attention. Now, having heard from Martin and Raj on Hilti's story, I'm sure you have a few questions for them.
I do, Sri, and I have to say, first of all, like the audience seeing this video, I'm sure they'll be extremely impressed with the huge achievement of Martin and Raj. I would like to congratulate both Martin and Raj, first of all, obviously. But Martin, one question which intrigues me, I hope you don't mind me asking, would be, how do you and your business executives maximize the business value from all of your SAP projects?
Okay, thank you, Derek. I mean, first of all, smooth, perfect technical implementation of new functionality is obviously the foundation of any business value creation. With the experience and quality I have in my team and the help of the Max Attention support, I mean, that is not really a worry anymore for us. That is the rule. What we focus on now is really change management, user training and enablement, so that we really make use out of the new functionality that we deploy. That is the key for us to maximize the business value.
Excellent. And Raj, again, congratulations. You've obviously, your internal Hilti SAP Center of Excellence, or COE, has clearly been really busy. I'd love to know how you managed to optimize your self-sufficiency in SAP skills, and how do you interact with the Max Attention experts from SAP?
Again, thanks, Doug. I mean, that's a nice question. So what we do in order to keep our internal skill set to the right level is to involve Max Attention very early. So for instance, recently we did an HANA development program, knowledge development program. We brought a top consultant from the SAP for a workshop and took our productive life system to do a kind of a real testing and also to scenarios to see how we can optimize certain areas. And that gives us also a lot of knowledge on the system while we kind of work closely with SAP. Likewise, we do regular skill set improvement program, take Max Attention support wherever there's a learning needs comes in.
Okay, lastly, Martin, if I could have the honor of asking the last question, it's the one which I'm sure our audience is really keen to hear from you. Any tips you have for other customers exploiting the value of Max Attention?
Yeah, my recommendation is clearly use the proactive services to the maximum degree. For us, the quarterly review meetings together with our TQM team is actually the key to activate them in a timely manner. So if we mutually understand our roadmap and the SAP roadmap, then we find actually also the right time to activate these services, and they are of incredible value. Use them.
Well, that's great advice, Martin. So with that, thanks. And Sri, back to you.
So Martin and Raj and the team at Hilti, thank you so much for choosing SAP and SAP Max Attention as your trusted advisor on your journey to the intelligent enterprise. and we appreciate you taking time today to talk to us. And we wish you all the best in this journey. And Derek, thank you again for sharing those valuable insights on how SAP customers can gain business value from SAP Max Attention. And thank you all for tuning in today.